Tom Plantenga, and here's my God story. I had always struggled with my relationship with my dad. It always seems like I was trying to please him, like I wasn't good enough. I was always trying to feel his love and affirmation of me, his acceptance of me. I became a perfectionist. I would do all kinds of things to try to get him to like me, to please him, and it never seemed to work. I would always feel like I was rejected, or it just didn't happen, and it led to a lot of anger. I struggled with a lot of anger when I was a kid growing up. It led me to paths that were not good for me as well. A lot of chemical abuse, but I had no idea how this was affecting all of my other relationships with my mom, with my siblings, with my friends. I was alienating myself. I was isolating, and I wasn't able to be in any kind of healthy relationship because I didn't have any idea what a healthy relationship was. Everything was based on performance or perfection, and it was conditional. And that was very frustrating. It made me very angry. And like I said, it led me down paths that were not very good for me, not very healthy, that I wasted a lot of years pursuing things that were not important, that were not good for me, in the attempt basically to avoid and not to address or deal with the reality of the situation that I was in with my relationship with my dad. It wasn't until I actually got into recovery that I realized how damaging this was, not only to me, but to all the other people in my life. So I went through a process of working through the steps. God had showed me how I had basically put my dad on a pedestal and put him in God's place as God in my life, and how I was looking to him to completely fulfill me. And no human being is ever designed to do that. And as I worked through that, I realized that I needed to put God back on the throne, that he was the only perfect one that could fulfill all those needs that I had. That I realized that at that point how much freedom and healing that was for me to be able to let that go. So when I did that, I was able to look back at my dad and my relationship with him, and just be able to see him through God's eyes, and be able to see that how much pain and unresolved issues he had for himself in his own life that he had never dealt with. He was still affecting him. He wasn't ever able to address those and deal with those and be able to work through it and experience the freedom that I had been blessed with. And so it actually allowed me to have a lot of compassion for him. Helped me to make that decision to let him off the hook and to forgive him, to let that go, and to just express my love for him instead of waiting to hear it from him first. I'm so grateful for God's timing on this, because less than a year after this, my dad went home to be with the Lord. I now see how my life boils down to me taking a hold of the truth and the reality of my identity in Christ, as opposed to my identity in anything else, any other person, place, or thing that I would try to find any kind of validation, affirmation, love, acceptance, is fleeting. It's short-lived. It's not completely fulfilling. That only comes through Christ.